channel. Today we're going to start our install of our Fortunato 500 coilovers. So first thing I want to do is measure from the center of the hub to my fender, and this will give us an accurate account of how high the wheel or how high the fender is sitting to the wheel, and then we'll go from there. We're going to do that on every wheel, write it down, and then go from there. So first off, we're going to measure this from the center of the hub to the fender. It's about 14.5 inches, and I'll write that down, and then we'll do that for every single wheel. Alright, the next thing I did was go ahead and measure the wheel gap on each side. It's about 2.25 inch gap in the front, 2.5 in the back, and then that's for both sides. So next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to jack it up, start working on the front. Start removing the suspension components in the front, and then we'll compare what's on the car now to my Fortunato coilovers. Take a measurement, reduce the gap. I'm thinking maybe reduce the gap by about an inch and a quarter, maybe a little bit more, maybe 1.5 inches in the front. In the back, maybe reducing it about, maybe 1.5 inches to about 1.75 inches in the back, and then see how it looks. Alright, so I lifted the front end of the car, as you can see, put some chocks in the back, put it on some jacks in the front. Before working on the car, you want to give it a good shake. Not too hard, but make sure that it's not going to fall as you're working, because you're going to be under the car. You're not going to be entirely under the car, but you don't want it to fall on you. So it's nice and sturdy. We're going to get to work. I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse, and I'll start working on the side. Okay, one tip I forgot is loosen your lug nuts before you lift it. Just loosen them. You don't have to take them all the way off, but loosen them. I forgot to do that, but if you forget, if you have a second person, you can have them hold the brake as you loosen them. But probably better to loosen them before you lift the car. All right. Alright, the first thing I noticed, these control arms right here. They go from here to the sway bar down here. So we'll put those on later. First off, we got to start taking this apart. Alright, so I finished disassembling the whole bottom part. Kept the 2 bolts in that hold it to the hub. Put a jack under it to lift it up to remove some pressure so that when I remove the top bolt, it just doesn't drop. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, I finished installing the front coilovers. We will lower the car. We'll do the back first, and if we need to readjust any of them, I will do that. But here they are, completed in the front. It looks pretty nice if we look in here. And the wheel will come up and press it up a little bit more. But there it is. Alright, so we'll be back to start the back. I'll put the wheels on in the front, lower the front, and then we'll see how it looks. Alright, I finished putting it in the front. Time to start working on the back. Alright, it's been a couple days. I've been working and doing other things, but I got all four on, and then I readjusted them. The fronts are as low as they can go. The back isn't as low as it will go, but they're pretty low compared to how they were. So in my next episode, what I'll do is start putting in the air system. But for now, the coilovers are in. Everything's tightened down. After I get the air system in and figure out how much to put the dials at, then we'll go get it, go take it in for a alignment. So there we go. Alright, have a good day and see you in the next episode. Welcome back to my channel. Last time on our show, we installed the Fortunato coilovers. Next, we gotta install the air tank. Alright, so let's get started. Let me show you what we gotta do. Alright, I got the air tank mocked up here. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to bolt this plate. I'm gonna bolt the plate down into the existing hole that the spare tire sat in. So I went ahead and I bought some bolts from Home Depot. This is the bolt that came out, so that we're not going to use that again, but we're going to use these bolts that I bought from Home Depot, and I'm going to bolt it down into the existing hole. So first we got to measure out where I got to drill this hole, and then we'll bolt it down. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so I've routed all my cables and my air lines. Let me show you what I did. Alright, so in the back, I pretty much routed most of them to the passenger side of the car, and then I got my air line for my driver's side routed on this side, but I just routed it down under here, and then it tucks under, and then on in the car, pretty much I routed it back underneath this part right here, and then it comes out over here. I got these wires to clean up in a little bit, but you know, that should be easily tucked up underneath here, tie wrapped up here. So let me show you on the other side kind of what I'm talking about underneath here. So you lift this up, you remove the molding along here, you just lift it up, and then you pull this up, and then there's like a little groove right here where wires can go across. And then underneath here there is there's a little grommet that allows you to go through the firewall. And then under the hood, you can see right here, it comes through the firewall, and then it goes down to the coil over here. On this side, you got your wires coming in. I gotta clean up the wires on this side, also tie wrap them. But the next part I gotta do is hooking up the power. I haven't done that yet. I'll disconnect the battery, hook it up. I'm gonna use this fuse spot right here. I already took it out, but I need to drill a hole through the cover, get this ignition wire to this fuse here, and then this only gives you your 12 volts when you have the ignition on. Otherwise it has no power. So, but this one here, this one hooks up to the battery. It comes with a fuse in line, so that should be good there. Alright, so let me get to work and I'll get this all hooked up, and then we can try it out. Alright, so I finally finished. When they first sent it out to me, they forgot to send me this T right here in the air system. Apparently the front side, because I only have just the front, is blocked off and it didn't work, so I had it connected to that and only one side would go up. But I contacted them, they sent me the correct T and a hose to connect, and now both sides work. So this is all set up. I put some carpet, some old mats down from a different car. They're brand new, they've never been used, but put these down because I was rattling on the side here. It was rattling because it's only bolted down in the middle, so it was just rattling on the edge here. But I have let's look at the front first. So it's about that low without being aired up. I have the switch in my glove box here, and when I press the switch, I go up, and now I'm raised in the front. It raises about a good 1.5 inches. Should give me good clearance over bumps and stuff like that. We'll have to see how good this works once I get a body kit and stuff like that, but for now it seems great. I'm pretty sure I can get out of the driveway. This seems about where the front was during when it was stock. The back is still low, but I mean the way that the back is curved, I think I won't have a problem with that. So the next thing I need to do is set my coilovers damping rate. Right now I'm gonna set them all the way to hard, then go back like 9 turns because it's a 24 click, so it'll be about 15 somewhere in the middle. Set those, go for a drive, see how I like it. It changes as needed, but as far as that goes, everything's done, everything's installed. I think that's it for this episode. Have a good day. I'm not sure what I'll be installing next. I do have the exhaust system pretty much all here. I have the headers, I have the mid pipe. All I'm waiting for is the catback exhaust, or the catback exhaust. I also have a OFT tuner. I might be putting that on before I do the install of the exhaust, just to see what the stage 1 tune feels like without the headers, and then after I get the headers, of course I'll upgrade that to with headers. So stay tuned and see you in a future episode.